Here are 9 must-eat spots when you visit Atlantic City. Let me tell you why. Atlantic City surprised me. I guess I didn't know much about it, honestly. I knew there were casinos, I knew about the WrestleManias that took place there, but I didn't quite understand both the history and how amazing the restaurants were. Leave the casinos and you can find incredible food, each one telling a story about Atlantic City. I also appreciated being there off-season. No tourists, so it's a little quiet. But what was there is the true authenticity of the city. Make sure you're subbed so you don't miss one bite. Videos coming soon from Kyoto, Paris, Zurich, and of course my hometown of New York City. The most classic sandwich shop in Atlantic City is still the best, and you won't believe the price. For nearly 80 years, White House Subs has been the spot for sandwiches in Atlantic City, from locals, tourists, to every celebrity that's passed through. These sandwiches are not only gigantic, each one of these is a half order, by the way, but they are fantastic, all starting with freshly made bread from the Formica Freitag Bakery across the street. Leftovers are going to be a guarantee here, but I had to try what I could, and started with the White House Special. That is their Italian submarine with ham, extra Genoa salami, extra provolone, extra capicola, and of course with the hot pepper giardiniera just dripping out.
That bread is great. It is that perfect balance. All that meat, all that fat, all that cheese. Cut so much acidity, a little bit of heat, just with big raw onions too, and just like the crunch of lettuce. This is legit.
And then I also got the meatball supreme, just drowning in sauce and cheese.
Again, that bread is great. These meatballs are absolutely enormous. And steam them, the full of cheese and full sauce goes like very, very savory. I think like a little bit of like a sweeter sauce would be nice with it. But oh my God, how do you even eat this? It's so enormous. I love how like old school and classic it is in here, but still like you're not like hanging on to nostalgia sell stuff. There's still like enormous great sandwiches. Boom.
$25 for all of this is absolutely insane. And guess what? Right next door, some of the best tacos you will find anywhere. For 20 years, Poncho's Taqueria has been the spot for Mexican in Atlantic City, and I think it's a great sign when something opens for the local Mexican community, but then while never losing that authenticity, it becomes a favorite for everyone. A good sign when I see cops and construction workers sitting next to each other for lunch. With 12 choices of meat to choose from and everything being made from scratch, I didn't know what to do, but decided on the al pastor, which comes in order of 3 on their corn tortillas with fresh Spanish onions, cilantro, and hot sauces on the side.
That tortilla is incredible. I love that chew on there. Wow. Al pastor is always a favorite of mine. Getting just like all those savoriness coming through with the pineapple is just a great combination. So legit. Try both sauces. God damn, that red one's hot. Not crazy, but just like tickle the throat right there. That's more just like refreshing and like a little bit of heat now. Both are good.
Gilchrist is the most beloved breakfast spot in Atlantic City since 1946. Classic diner menu, so you know you're going to have every option in the world, but the absolute must order every time has to be their famous hotcakes, which are thin and almost spongy pancakes, perfect to soak up all that syrup. But I was pretty hungry and got the Hungry Man combo number 2, which not only gives you the hotcakes, but also 2 eggs any style, a choice of meat, I want sausage, and a side of home fries.
It's so just like spongy and sweet and buttery. What a great texture. Just like a hearty, fill you up, tastes good, feel good, better than it even needs to be at a breakfast. I like these hotcakes though. And they're like, they don't feel heavy. They're sort of like thin, which I like super appreciate.
I feel like when Tony Soprano visited Atlantic City, Cafe 2825 is where he would have eaten at. Reservations are hard at this classic red sauce Italian restaurant, more so as they were named Best Italian Restaurant in New Jersey by NJ.com, but I walked in right at opening and was able to snag a seat at the bar. This is probably a better experience with a group of people. Italians don't skimp on their portions, but I tried what I could. Started with the stuffed zucchini flowers that are filled with the homemade ricotta, egg batter, pan sauteed, and comes swimming in this amazing lemon sauce. That ricotta with the lemon notes was just a dream. And in their veal chop bolognese fra diavolo, a thinly pounded, breaded, and fried veal chop layered with a spicy veal, pork, and sausage bolognese, melted mozzarella cheese, and long pots on top. They slice in front of you, daring you to believe that you can actually finish this whole thing. I love veal, and this was that perfect pure meat bite, overflowing of cheese and just the right heat from those long hots. I kept telling myself I was done, but every time I tried to stop, I couldn't resist going back for more. Dessert looked amazing too, but I could not imagine another bite, sadly. Inside of Atlantic City's Ocean Casino Resort, you will find Sunny's, the all-day breakfast spot from one of the most acclaimed restaurateurs, Steven Starr, which opened earlier this year. I got the Elvis, which is their double-stacked French toast, layered and topped with maple caramel sauce, peanut butter whipped cream, bananas, and bacon bits.
What's impressive is even with everything going on there, I'm still getting that custardness of the French toast, which is always what I want. But then just like creamy, little bits of bacon, peanut butter, banana, salty, sweet. Literally like all my favorite flavor combinations in one. But it all begins with like French toast is pretty fucking good. Oh yeah.
But you know me, I'm all savory, and also had to try their Grand Slam McMuffin, which puts a fried egg, pork sausage, grilled onions, a hash brown, American cheese, and ketchup on a Portuguese muffin.
I love how soft that Portuguese muffin is. Just like maybe a tiny bit of sweetness in there too. And then of course just like the yolkiness, a thick layer of American cheese. I love the crunch of that hash brown. And then those onions are really nice in there too. And of course the sausage right in the middle. Oh, dude, it's so good.
Setaara in Atlantic City is one of the most eclectic restaurants I've ever been to. There is a giant Eiffel Tower in the middle of the dining room, and the rest is decorated with custom fixtures sourced from the Middle East to try and transport you around the world. Half the menu is Afghani, half the menu is French, and they even just added a few Iraqi dishes. But since I was excited to try Afghani for the first time, I just stuck to that side of the menu. I started with the bolani, which is a dough filled with seasoned potatoes, green onions, cilantro, fried, and served with this incredible jalapeno chutney that is both hot, but adds a nice brightness to the fried bite.
That sauce is killer. It's like a little spicy, but super refreshing. I want the sauce on everything.
Next was the Uzbeki Palau, which is a lamb shake with Afghan rice and cooked with onions mixed with shredded carrots and raisins. And that comes with a trio of hot sauces on the side.
Meat so tender. Love that rice, love the carrots in there. Just like a hearty feeling. Good in there. I think I like it with the hot sauce though. It needs just like that heat in there, cut through everything.
I had to try their mantu, which are steamed dumplings filled with sauteed onions and ground beef, and then topped with an Afghan seasoned yogurt, yellow split peas, and dried mint.
I feel like dumplings not as heavy as I would have thought, which I appreciate. Like I could devour this whole plate. I was worried about how many came out.
And then for dessert, I got the fernie, which is an Afghan pudding flavored with cardamom and rose water, and then topped with crushed pistachios.
Oh, the fragrance of it is just amazing.
Just remember, this restaurant is BYOB in case you want to drink. Right on the boardwalk on the border of Atlantic City is Queen Bean Bistro, this cute cafe with great ocean views and an even better breakfast menu. Here's what I got.
It's a little cold this morning, so this coffee tastes great.
I wasn't going to, but then when they said the scones were just coming out of the oven fresh, I knew I needed to try.
I love all those nuts, and I love all those just like sugar crystals on top of it.
Then I got these special hotcakes that were pumpkin flavored, made with actual pumpkin, and then that was Chef Sal style, meaning it's layered with granola, peanut butter, and whipped cream.
Wow. That is an intense punch of pumpkin and all those layers of peanut butter. Oh my. Pumpkin, peanut butter, butter, syrup, crunch creamy.
And then how could I not order the Mutzi Bourdain, which is a lavash breakfast wrap stuffed with fried cheesy eggs, mortadella, and the cacio e pepe mozzarella stick that comes from another Atlantic City favorite, Tony Baloney's, which I'd wanted to check out, but just ran out of time for.
And mortadella and eggs are just like a dream pairing. So of course that works. But then you're getting like, in that bite, you're like, what is that? What is like popping through all that? And it's the cacio e pepe mozzarella stick right in the middle, which is kind of crazy. And I love the wrap too. Perfect to nestle everything together. Oh man. A very heavy breakfast, but very good. And definitely just like, I just like looking out at the ocean. It's beautiful. It's the only restaurant down here on the side. It's actually on the boardwalk. So it's just like a lovely morning, looking out the goddamn ocean, the breeze, the people, beautiful fall morning. I'm very into it.
This 24/7 bar was the most recommended spot in Atlantic City. Tony's Baltimore Grill has been open for nearly 100 years, cementing it as the most beloved institution of Atlantic City. This place just screams old school, and the vibes are immaculate with all walks of life coming in and out of there. Tony's honors another Tony, Anthony Bourdain, who loved this spot, calling it quote-unquote taste of my youth, and this amazing mural which is dedicated to him in the back is a must-see. They have a full menu that is served until late night, but they are most well known for their 12-inch pan pizzas, so of course I had to get that and beer. And I went with the Judge Damon Tyner, which is half sausage, half pepperoni, and all cherry peppers.
I think it's like a perfect example of what I love about traveling and eating, finding a place like this, which is like history baked into every single corner of this place, including the pizza. I really love it here. I'm not even really experiencing it. I mean, I'm here like 2 p.m. You gotta experience this like 2:30 a.m. That's the full story.
Just a few blocks away is another must, and that's Angeloni's Club Madrid, which got a full makeover from the owner of Tony's and turned it into the coolest cocktail bar in Atlantic City. They have a full menu too, but I popped in for a pre-dinner drink one night. This bar was just perfect, strong 80s vibes, while still paying homage to its history with the chandelier from the living room of former Philly mob boss Angelo Bruno, who used to have an apartment upstairs.
So I think one of the cool things I get to do, especially as like a solo traveler, is I think that you're forced to like interact with more people than you generally would. And I have to say that like Atlantic City is just one of those places where like everyone I met was just like so nice, so kind, so hardworking, and truly fucking loves Atlantic City. And I got to learn so much about like the history of this place and the history of the place I went to, and everyone's so welcoming. It's really like, I think it's like if you're here and you live here off season too, or you're here during off season, that you are truly passionate about this place, and like that passion like came through with everyone that I met. It's really like super fucking cool. I loved it here.
So any Atlantic City restaurants that I missed, let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe because I go on food adventures all over the world, and here are a few other videos I think you'd love.